What is up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Glad that you all decided to watch the video. Y'all are in for a treat today. This is my third tournament of the year, and it's actually in the morning, and today we're just kind of getting prepped up just a little bit. I got a mystery tackle box here that we're going to go through and show you some of the baits that we're going to be using out of that. Just want to go ahead and get the video started and let y'all know what's happening. So with that said, we're going to hop into the video. I want to thank Mystery Tackle Box for sponsoring this video. Mystery Tackle Box is a big supporter of the channel, and it would absolutely mean a ton to me if you guys would go check them out. If you haven't got a box, guys, you can get your first box for as little as $9.99. Like I always say, you're going to get up to 40% off the retail prices that on the baits that you get in your box. It's a great deal. You're not going to find these baits and get a better deal on them than what you would in this box. It's basically like your birthday and Christmas every single month, guys. Go check out Mystery Tackle Box. With that said, I'll show you what is in this month's box. These are some baits I'm going to be using in tomorrow's tournament. All right, up first we have a Marabou Pro Runner, little underspin Marabou jig type deal there. That should work pretty good. We have a 3.75 inch baby bullgill. Now, I don't know that I'm going to bring that into play tomorrow. I don't know. That's a bait that I don't have much confidence in, to be honest with you, just straight up. I probably could get bit on that. I may give that a little action. I'm not sure. But now, I'm going to go try that out, and I'm really pumped about that bait. Up next, we have a clutch, a Guggen Squad clutch. It's like a little rattle trap, lipless crank in that red color. That should absolutely dominate. Red's doing really well. Got some hooks as always. And those Harmony hooks actually work pretty good. Then this right here, I'm probably going to cut that down a little bit and put that on a Ned head or probably a shaky head or something like that. So that should work well. And we got some crawls. I've been catching them on some laydowns and wood and stuff like that in that muddy water. A lot of times they'll get really close to structure, and that works well. And you guys just know I love a jig. This is the Diesel football jig. Of course, we got our pamphlets, stickers, all that good stuff. If you guys want to see the prices to the baits, you can pause the video and just check them out right there. So let's go in here, get rigged up, and I will probably catch you guys in the morning. Yo, it is the next morning. It's about 5:30. I'm heading out to the lake right now to meet Jason. We got some stuff tied on last night. I rigged some different stuff up. I'll probably show it to you. We're just trying to get out there and get on the water. Making pretty good time. Hopefully not gonna be as late as we was for the first two tournaments of the year. But for a big dub today and bring a little bit of cash home. So y'all stay tuned, stick with us. Let's get to it. I know y'all can't see me right now, but sad news is I only have one SD card. I forgot my other one at home. You guys are actually on my phone. But we got a pretty big bunch out here. We're boat number 111. Hopefully we'll get out here and catch 5 keepers and at least getting that first 10. Pays out the first 10. And yeah, pretty excited. There's a ton of boats out here. Blast off's gonna be interesting. That was a good cold run. Can't feel my face, my fingers. Thank God I brought my gloves. We're both starting out with A-rigs. Give you all the first view, or the view of the first cast. There she goes, right there. So hopefully we can get on some here. We'll throw A-rigs for the first few minutes. We'll go ahead and get that out if you want to, and you can do that, and I'll follow up, or you can follow up me. Fish. Yeah, he's a good one. There's a smallmouth. I'm just gonna say a word. Smallmouth. We're trying to be a little bit quiet because there's some people over here next to us. We don't want to really let them know what we're doing. But right there's the first one. He's not 18. They gotta be 18 inches. So there we go. Start out with A-rig. Thought that might be the play. All right, y'all, I'm gonna put the A-rig up just for a second. Coming upon a little lay down here. We got a few rods out. We're just trying to switch back and forth. This is that little crawl that we got in the mystery tackle box I showed you guys. That right there should be able to get bit if they're gonna bite in these trees and stuff. So it's a good looking little crawl. No. Well, that wrapped. That sucks. Alright. There went the crawl.
Good timing. quick knot.
Oh, I had a follower. I had a follower. Right here, yeah. Had a follower. Oh, he about grabbed it too, right at the boat. He did, he about grabbed it. Slow down a little. You
got one.
You got one?
Yeah,
good. Oh, he might be fit. No, it's a smallmouth. Yeah, smallmouth.
Is it?
Yeah, you got him. You got him again. Yeah. Told you. We knew that this was
okay.
That's a largemouth.
Yeah, it's a largemouth.
He ain't 15, is he? I can't tell nothing about him. Just to be honest with you, he's pale. I can't. First, I thought he was a.
He's got a rough patch.
He sure does. That's a spotted bass. You gonna measure him to see what he is?
Yeah, just
He's
12.
Yeah, he is. He's getting a little colored up now.
13 inches.
13 inches.
He's got that. So you can see the spot on his tongue.
Yeah, stick him in. First keeper. I couldn't tell what he was for a minute. Could you? He looked like a smallmouth. Then he looked like a largemouth. Well, folks, I ain't gonna lie to you. We didn't do too good, and there were a lot of people that did really well. So, just to sum it up, we pretty much just sucked it up. So that's how it's went pretty much all year, all winter long. But you know, we're coming in springtime. Things are gonna get a little bit easier. The water temp is not quite ideal just yet, so we're not in panic mode just yet. But anyway, we caught 2 fish in the video, so I wanted to put something, maybe a little bit more information on this video. And I know that I probably titled this Best Spring Lures or Best Early Spring Lures, but these are really just some of my favorites. Not that they're the best or not that they'll work the best for you, but these are baits that I've found to really be good this time of year, and baits that I would recommend to anyone to try this time of year in the spring. So with that said, we're gonna dive into about, I think I got like 4 baits over here I'm gonna talk about. I might talk about 5, but I'm gonna go ahead and dive into it, and we'll just kind of just briefly talk about each one. And let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all's favorite baits are for the spring. And yeah, let's just get rolling. If you guys have watched the last couple videos, y'all know I've been throwing this bait right here a lot. This is just an Alabama rig. I believe this is the Strike King tour grade A-rig to be specific. But basically, I go out there and I find an A-rig with the most blades, the most baits on it that I possibly can. And every state is different. I think my state allows you 5 hooks. I know some states are different, so you might want to check your state regulations to make sure that you are adhering to the law, whatever it may be. But anyway, spinner baits. Early spring is probably my favorite bait. Wintertime is also probably my favorite bait. But I feel like this right here is almost a cheat code. If you can't get bit on anything else, then I'm gonna be tossing the A-rig around. As you can tell here in a minute, springtime is when I throw a ton of reaction baits, and that is like the ultimate reaction bait. You have to have an A-rig tied on this time of year. And the next bait that I would go over would be a red crankbait, specifically a flat side red crankbait. We're still sub 55. A lot of places is anywhere from 50 to 53 degrees, so not quite pre-spawn, but we're thinking about it just a little bit. And that little bit tighter of a wobble that you get from a flat side crankbait is great when that water is just a little bit colder and the fish are a little bit more finicky. This is actually a Lucky John flat crank that I think I got in a mystery tackle box or on Shop Carl's. I believe it's in my mystery tackle box. So that is a great bait. I like square bills this time of year, or just a medium diving bait, anywhere from 8 to 10 feet, something like that. And that right there will get you bites. That right there will get her done for you. And the whole trend with the red, spring is my favorite time to throw red. It does work year round, despite popular belief, but springtime is when I mostly throw red. And I'm going to group these 2 next baits together, because depending on the cover that I'm fishing really depends on which one of these I choose. I prefer to throw the chatter bladed jig style bait. This is actually a quick bait in that red color. And here's a spinner bait with a little bit more muted of a red color, a little bit of orange. And this bait here is actually made locally. A guy sent us some baits, and he's actually done a really good job on them. He also makes jigs. I'll leave his contact information down in the description if you want to check these out, especially if you guys are in the southeastern Kentucky area. I like supporting local guys too. But this one here you can actually get in shop, Carl's. But these red baits, guys, this time of year do a wonderful job at mimicking crawfish, which fish feed heavily on this time of year. And this time of year, the craws are just a little bit more red than they are the rest of the year. So that's where that red color comes in handy. Plus, a lot of times the lakes, bodies of water this time of year are experiencing more rain, runoff, all that stuff, and the water is a little bit muddier, so these brighter colors kind of stand out, help that fish pick up on the bait a little bit better. And up last, I'm going to say a jig. So I don't really throw as much finessey stuff this time of year because bass are usually very active as you go into the pre-spawn. And like I just said, lakes are going to be a little bit muddier, so those fish are likely going to be relating a little bit more so to cover. So when the lakes are very muddy, I like to flip really close to cover, get in there real tight places, and a jig is a great way to do that. So that is pretty much the baits that I would advise anyone to use in the spring. I appreciate y'all for watching. By the time you're watching this, I'm probably already in Florida doing some collaborations, hanging out with some fish talkers and all those guys. So I'm pretty pumped about that. And so y'all go follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, because I'll be posting daily content over on those platforms. Those are all linked down in the description. So like I said, I want to thank Mystery Tackle Box for sponsoring the video. Use my code TATE at checkout and get your first box for $9.99. Really, really love Mystery Tackle Box. So with that said, I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see you next time on another episode of Fishing with Tate.